another segment of Get to Know Your Radiologist. It's me, Sparkle, your favorite interviewer. Today I am joined with Dr. Alex Towbin. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
And could you tell us what your official full title is here at Cincinnati Children's?
Sure. So I am the one of the associate chiefs of the department. I'm in charge of clinical operations and imaging informatics. So I help to manage all the day-to-day that goes on in the department, both on the clinical side and on the information side.
Okay. And what made you pick radiology as your specialty?
That's a great question. It was tough for me. I was trying to decide between pediatrics and radiology when I was in medical school. I like, and I still do, working with children. I like the thought process and helping kids get better and helping them heal. And then on the radiology side, what I liked was figuring out problems, and I liked the technology. I didn't know that there was a technology career related to it, but I liked both of those things. And so I decided, after struggling for a bit, which way I would like to go, that I should just do both, and do pediatric radiology and have the best of both worlds.
Nice.
And parts of that, I think, are tempered a bit by my father. My father's also a pediatric radiologist.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and so he definitely influenced me, not actively saying, you should do this, you should be a doctor, you should be a pediatric radiologist. But just seeing, I always came to work with him and saw what he did, and his influence, he definitely influenced me in what a doctor does and how they act, the types of work that they do, and so it seemed to be the most natural to me.
I wanted to be like Dad.
Yeah, I wanted to be like Dad. I also want to give my mother a plug too. My mother's an artist, and so she taught me a lot about things like image composition and just having an eye and using the eye to go deeper into an image, and that's definitely helped me in my radiology career as well.
Where are you from originally?
It's another difficult question to answer. So I was born in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And I lived there for 2 weeks. So it was like a vacation. Right when I was born, it was a lot of fun. It's a good vacation if you ever can get to Los Angeles. So when I was 2 weeks old, my parents moved me to Cincinnati.
Okay.
And we lived in Cincinnati until I was 12. After that, we moved to Detroit. And I lived in Detroit for a couple of years, and then we moved to Pittsburgh, and I lived in Pittsburgh for another 7 or 8 years. And since then, I've moved around except for Los Angeles, all of those cities a number of times. So this is my third time living in Cincinnati.
Oh, wow.
And that's what I would call home. But I have no family here anymore besides my now family. And my sister lives in Pittsburgh, so she's stuck there. My parents live in Phoenix, which is a place I've never lived.
What is your favorite type of music, or if you have a favorite musical artist?
I like a lot of music. I have a very large music collection. I'm a collector of lots of things,
Okay.
but I have lots of music. My favorite is alt rock. My favorite band goes back a bit to when I was in high school, is when they were big, as Pearl Jam.
Okay.
And so they're my favorite, but I like a lot of stuff. And what we listen to most around the house, my kids like pop, and so we listen to a lot of pop. But, so not a lot of country, not a lot of classical, sometimes.
And is there one thing on your bucket list you could share with us?
I don't know if I really would say I have a bucket list.
Okay.
I'm fortunate that I get to do a lot of really cool things. And in some sense, I get to do cool things every day.
Right.
Working here is, every day I get exposed to new things, get to learn, and get to meet some of the, to me, most interesting people in the world. And through my role here, I also get to travel a lot, and I love traveling. And so I get to go to places all over the world. And that's probably one of my favorite things, is going traveling. And I've been to a lot of places. Maybe the places I'd like to still go, I haven't been anywhere in Asia. I'd love to be able to visit Tokyo.
Me too.
Go to Australia, visit Sydney.
What's the favorite place that you've ever been to?
My favorite city is Florence, in Italy.
Oh, Like
not in
Florence,
Kentucky.
I
Florence,
went there.
Kentucky is a cool city.
Yeah,
They
all
are-
right.
It is a cool city. But Florence, Italy is
Okay. And do you have a favorite candy?
awesome. I like a lot of candy.
Okay.
Probably M&Ms. I do have some.
Why do you love Cincinnati Children's?
It's a place like no other. It's a great place to work. The people all are here for the same thing. We're all here to take care of children and to make their lives better. You know, stamp out these terrible illnesses, and we're all in it for that. We're all work together, and having everyone here for the same thing, where egos don't get in the way, and we're all here trying to do that and doing it every day in a place where people are friendly and people are smiling and want to work together, and then we get to work with all these great children. So all of those things. It's a great place.
It's a great place. Well, thank you so much for giving us your time today and letting us into your world a little bit. I will try to stock your office with more M&Ms.
Thank you. Yeah, I need a big.
We'll give you a big thing. Maybe
machine
stop
of
at
that.
Costco or something
Yeah.
for you. And thank you for tuning in today. I'll see you next time on Get to Know Your Radiologist.